just made every Marine mortgage dude in here's head explode. Honestly terrible. Liars who only want your money. They don't care you're a veteran. They were expensive compared to where I went. Veterans United home loans. Go or no go? Let's hear it. What's going on, motivators? In this video, I'm going to be talking about whether or not you should use Veterans United for your VA loan. So if you've ever had any questions about your VA loan and going through Veterans United, this is the definite video you're going to want to watch, because I have real feedback from veterans just like yourself who had gone through Veterans United. And this is what they had to say. All right, so let's go through this one. This is pretty funny here. So Joey says, "You just made every Marine mortgage dude in here's head explode. Veterans United is the bane of the veterans' existence, but because of their name, we think they're on our team." So there's 21 reactions to that, bunch of laughing emojis. Yeah, man, I gotta say, there is definitely a lot of misconception out there. We think that because something has, Navy in there or veterans in there, or has some kind of like red, white, and blue logo or something along those lines, that we think that these companies, these big brand companies like USAA, grabbing Rob Gronkowski to like advertise for us, they're really actually not. You see, all that money that they have to spend for doing Super Bowl ads, like Rob Gronkowski coming in and, getting upset that he can't have a USAA policy or something like that. Well, where do you think they pay for all that from? Yeah, you guessed it. The profits from you guys. So anyways, I want to keep going on. Let's take a look at the next one. All right. Every time a veteran uses VU, a puppy dies. Well, I don't know how actually accurate that is, but it's actually kind of funny. Pretty sad though. Pretty sad. All right, now we have a real review here. Okay, so Becca says, "I used them and would not use them again. Everything was going smoothly until a week before closing. The team I was assigned was very bad at communicating, and it took me repeatedly calling them and the title company to figure out that the title company didn't have the documents they needed to record. I ended up closing almost a week late and had to couch surf and live in a hotel in the meantime." Damn. That's messed up. So they closed a week late. They had to live in a hotel. They were essentially homeless. Because why? Because Veterans United failed to send over documents to the proper title company. It's really very simple to send over a title request. The only thing that we do is we attach 3 things: a mortgage application, a title review sheet, and your contract of sale to an email. And we just email it out to someone. And then once we get that back, that email with the title report, we forward it out to where it needs to go. Really simple stuff, but I see this kind of stuff a lot from VU. Let's move on to the next one. Honestly terrible. Liars who only want your money. They don't care you're a veteran. Well, probably true. You see, the thing about Veterans United is not a lot of them are actual veterans. So they'll come on the phone and they'll say, "Ooh, thank you for your service." They'll be the first ones to post out, Happy Veterans Day, or they'll post something like "Thank you to all those who serve on Memorial Day," which we all know you're not supposed to do anyways. It's not for us, right? It's for them, those who gave their life. Anyways, off that high horse. We know that that's a pretty common trend, right? That VU will do these types of things, and they will just, a lot of these big brand companies will do. It's the sad truth and the harsh reality of it. But let's move on to the next one. Okay, check this one out from David Michael. "Depends. I was going to use them, but they tried to charge me $16K in fees and stuff. Switched to a local one for $8K, but did get a cool cooler with my name from them." So this fucking guy got an $8,000 cooler. Hey, at least he didn't close with them, so he kind of got it for free. I wonder if they billed him in the mail. Yeah, anyways, that's super atrocious. So this guy was getting charged $16K from Veterans United. He ended up using a local lender or whatever and got $8,000 instead. Someone else he probably found. I've had that experience a ton of times. I actually had a client just this year. Okay, so this guy was getting charged $13,000 in points in fees, right? For me to give him the same rate, I only had to charge him $3,500. He was getting overcharged by $9,500. So that $9,500, where do you think that money's going? Well, go ahead and comment below. But I already know, if you think you know and I know, well, it's not going to you. Yep, it's going to whomever is doing the mortgage. They're making an extra $9,500. That's the sad truth of it. It's a fucked up world out there, and I know you guys hear it all the time when you're talking about used car salesmen. You know, you go off base, don't buy a car, don't buy a Mustang or a brand new Challenger with a 24.99% interest rate or something like that. Well, it's even worse in the mortgage industry. Think about it. The price tag is like 10 to 20 times that of a vehicle. And yeah, you can get shafted 10 to 20 times worse. So be careful out there. Let's look for the next one. I've honestly got probably about, I have 70 different saved images. So these are all from different Facebook groups, all right? All vet, bro vet freaking Facebook groups, people going in asking, just like the one at the beginning of the post, Veterans United, who should I use for my home loan? And people giving their honest feedback about VA loans. These are legit vets in, this is a Marine Corps group, raw, but there's a lot of other groups that I have. I'm trying to find one that's really good. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, so this one is pretty neat. Like I said, I'm reading all of these for the first time, just like you are. I screenshotted these, 5 or 6 months ago, so I don't remember anything that they said. Let's see what this guy Pete had to say. From a professional side, they get deals done. The fees are higher than most local brokers, but in the industry, if they write a pre-approval, they tend to stand by them. They spend a lot of money advertising to us vets, and they are considered the top mortgage company by volume for VA loans. Personally, I let them run numbers on every house I've bought. They were expensive compared to where I went. All right, so that's kind of fair. That's, I feel like a fairer assessment, better than the one that was talking about, if you use VU, a puppy's gonna die. Pretty funny and whatnot, but I appreciate that. I appreciate the candor. The dude's being real, and he's saying like, hey, they're good, they're decent, they'll get the job done. I have no doubt about that. I have seen them make some significant problems. One time I had a client come to me from Veterans United. He was pre-approved, but he didn't have a certificate of eligibility. Now, for those of you who don't know, I cover the COE, another one of my videos, but if you do not have your certificate of eligibility, you are not proven to be VA eligible. And if you are not proven to be VA eligible, you are not pre-approved. Big problem, because if you go under contract and you are not VA eligible to buy a house, well, you're gonna have a problem if you go in there putting 0% down and then you can't go 0% down. Where's the money gonna come from? Okay, so this is the last one, and this is actually a good one that I just found. Alex says, absolutely not. As a real estate agent, I've personally seen every deal with them end up a headache. That's not saying you won't get to the closing table, but 90% of the time, you're fighting to get there. I've seen clients literally almost homeless on the street. Harken back to that last post, right? I've seen clients almost homeless on the street from negligence on their lending practices and policies. So we just talked about the COE, how they issued a pre-approval without one, and we just read from a comment from that one veteran before who said that they had to live in a hotel for a week. So there you have it, folks. I'm going to be making a bunch more of these videos on doing reviews of Veterans United from real veterans just like yourself. I also want you to take a look at my page. My name is Justin Chermak. I am your VA loan advisor, and it's my job to teach you everything you need to know about VA loans. This was a little bit more fun, but if you check out some of my other content, it's super informative. And I just want to let you know I'm licensed from New York to Cali. So if you want to use someone who's not going to treat you like Veterans United when you do your mortgage, definitely reach out and give me a shout, because I'm here to help you. Why not let one of your own handle the loan? Let's go motivate.